Konnichiwa minasan. Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel. This is a place where we talk about Japan, Japanese culture, and Japanese language. And this is the playlist or this is the series called Japanese Lessons for Beginners. Today we are at the 99th lesson of this series, and I am extremely happy to be part of this journey along with you. Friends, we have been discussing grammar for quite some time now, and while doing that, we came across many kanji characters whose meaning we know to certain extent and some we don't know much. However, in our dedicated lessons on kanji, we always take a closer look to each of these kanji characters. So in today's lesson, we are back to kanji learning and we are going to learn more about these five kanji characters which are displayed on screen right now. And these characters we have already come across recently in several of our grammatical lessons. We have used them again and again. So you probably know each one of these, but in today's lesson, know, we will learn some more information related to these characters. And what new information? We will talk about the readings of these characters in kunyomi and onyomi. Then we will look at some compound words formed using these characters. We will look at the radicals, the kanji radicals that are involved in these characters. Then we will learn the stroke order, that is how to write these characters in the proper order of strokes. And finally, we will look at the origin or evolution of these characters, that is how these characters have been evolved since the ancient time. So let's move ahead and let's begin today's lesson. So the first character of today is this. So you can recall this. We have used this character several times whenever we talked about or we gave example sentences containing father. Yes, this is the kanji character for father. The kunyomi reading is chichi and the onyomi reading is fu. So now let's look at some kunyomi words. Chichi means father. Chichi Oya is also father. Now, there are several ways to represent father. There is Chichi, there is Chichi Oya, there is Otousan, which you all know. So, what are the differences? So, we say Otousan when we call our father to his face, or when he is present in front of us and we need to refer to him, then we say Otousan to call our father face to face. And sometimes we also use otosan when we refer to our father during a conversation with friends. We don't say chichi or chichi oya to the father's face, but we can also use chichi or chichi oya referring to him during a conversation with friends. And in general, chichi oya is more formal than simply chichi. And the most polite version is the otosan, since there is the honorific o in the beginning and also san at the end. And one more thing, that chichi is used for one's own father, and otosan can be used for both one's own father as well as fathers of other people. So otosan is more generic. Chichi is for own father, one's own father. So this is the difference between chichi, chichi oya, and otosan. Then we have naki chichi. Nakichichi. Nakichichi means one's late father, so one who has passed away. So when we represent or when we talk about our father, our late father, then we add Naki in front of that, which means late. Then we have Ken Koku no Chichi. Ken Koku no Chichi. This is Ken Koku no Chichi, which means the founding father of a country or the builder of a nation. So if you see here, the first symbol, it represents it, the pronunciation is Ken, and this kanji represents something related to building, that is to build something. And it is followed by this country kuni. So we will look into this character in today's lesson itself. The fifth symbol of today's lesson is this, which is kuni or koku, which represents the country. So to build country, and we have father. So together, this means builder of the nation or builder of the country. That is the person who is the founder of the nation or country. So Kenkoku no Ichi. Then we have few onyomi readings. The first one is Fubo. Fubo means father and mother. So Fu is father, Bo is mother. So we will look into this Bo reading in the next symbol. But for now, Fubo means father and mother, that is both parents. Then we have Fushi. Fushi means father and the child, which may be the child may be either son or daughter, but Fushi. So when this is taken together, Fubo means both father and mother, parents, and Fushi means father and the child. Then we have Gifu. Gifu means father in law. And finally, we have yofu. Yofu means foster father or adoptive father, that is stepfather. That is the father of a child who is not his biological father but adoptive father, one who has later married his mother, and he is the stepfather of the child. So this is foster father or yofu. So these are some of the terms or compound words formed using chichi and fu, and there are many more such, but these are the most basic ones. Now, this character is a radical in itself. There is no other kanji character involved in this. And now let's look at the stroke order. So this is the first stroke. This is the first stroke, the second stroke, the third stroke, and the fourth stroke. So one must write this character in this stroke order that we just saw, so as to have the correct shape of this character while writing. So next we see the evolution of this character. So as you can see in this, these are all ancient inscriptions over stone or bronze or iron, and these have developed or evolved over the different ages in the ancient time. So what does this represent? All of these represents a hand, a human hand holding a stone blade, and it refers to a man working with a stone axe. So this is how the image of father has been brought forward in the ancient times. That is, father is the person who is working. So the father must work, right, to feed his family, his wife, his son, daughter. So it is representational, symbolic, that the father must work. And how he works? He works using the stone axe. And there is another interpretation as well. So this is the emoji of a gentleman. So we have just taken this emoji to explain here. So if you see here, if you superimpose the kanji character, this is like this. So you can more or less fit over a man's face, the kanji character. So these are the eyebrows, and these represents, this is the, these two lines connect the two eyes to the nose, and these are his mustache on both sides. So this is how the image of father is imagined. So in Chinese and Japanese societies in ancient time, the image of the father has been something somewhat angry man, an angry person in the household, who is always like his eyebrows are always raised, and he has a mustache, and he has a bit the image which the children are afraid of, some kind of. So this is one interpretation of this character. Now, the interpretation of any kanji character, not only this, entirely depends on how we imagine or how we visualize that character. So this is the reason why there are different interpretations of surrounding the origin and evolution of these characters. So nothing is right, nothing is wrong, but whatever you can imagine which can help you to memorize or remember this kanji character, that is more important. So this is all about father, chichi or fu. Now let's move forward. So after father, definitely it will be mother's turn, isn't it? So the kunyomi reading for mother is haha and mo, and the onyomi reading is bo. So all these three are the fundamental readings for mother, and this is the kanji symbol. So let's look at some words. In kunyomi, we have haha, which means mother, and just like chichi oya, we have haha oya as well. And this is again one's own mother, and this is bit formal. And just like otousan, we have okaasan for mother, which is not written here, but you already know okaasan. We have used okaasan in many of our example sentences while doing grammar in the past few chapters, for past few lessons. So haha, haha oya, and okaasan, corresponding to chichi, chichi oya, and otousan. Now, next here, there is a very interesting proverb, I would say. In English, we have a proverb: "Necessity is the mother of invention." Very, very popular proverb, which is there in the English literature. So the same is present in the Japanese literature as well. And here it is said, it is read as "Hitsuyo wa Hatsume no haha." So you can read slowly here. Hitsuyo wa. This is the wa particle. So don't get confused between this ha and this ha. So it looks like haha. Since we are talking about haha, mother, so it may be misleading that this is the same haha which is written here, that is mother. But no, this is not haha. This is basically hitsuyo wa hatsume no haha. So this haha is the mother. This haha is not mother. This is wa and this is ha separately. So this is the reason, friends, why we use kanji. Otherwise, it's too confusing. If we write hiragana, we cannot determine the end of a word and the beginning of the next word. So this is the most important or the most problematic situation if we continue using hiragana for a long time. So we must use kanji. So in that case, it will be like this, and we can easily distinguish. So here you can see the va here. This is this va, which is used as a particle. We all know, and no particle for belonging. So these two particles are used here, and rest everything is kanji. So hitsuyo wa hatsume no haha. So hitsuyo means necessity. Wa is the particle because after the topic, the particle wa is comes here. And then we have Hatsume. Hatsume means invention. And Hatsume no Haha means mother of invention or invention's mother. Hatsume no Haha means Hatsume's mother or Hatsume's Haha, which means mother of invention. So necessity is the mother of invention. Hitsuyo wa Hatsume no Haha. So do remember that. And when we do a lesson on proverbs, we will add this one as well. Next, we have moya. Moya means structural beam in a roof or the central room in traditional palatial style architecture. Then we have unmo. Unmo means mica. Now, you might be wondering, what does mother doing in mica? So not only mother, we have this kanji character which represents the cloud, which is kumo. So kumo, and we have haha here. So the reading is unmo. So from here, that's why we said that mo is also one of the readings. So unmo represents mica. Now, how this translates to mica? Literally, you cannot do that, but most probably the reason is phonetic than semantic. So because of the phonetic component, probably the mo has been adopted here for the kanji of mother. And why the kanji of cloud is taken here, that we don't know. But this is how it is. Unmo is mica. Then we have uba. Uba means wet nurse or nursing mother. That is mother who has milk in her breasts. That is just after the birth of a child when she has milking breasts. So this is uba. Now let's look at some of the onyomi readings for mother. The first one is bokoku. This is bokoku. Bokoku, which means one's home country or one's homeland or motherland. So this is mother, this is country. As you can easily see, this is the kanji for mother and this is the kanji for country, which we will learn in today's lesson in the fifth kanji character, as we just mentioned during the discussion on father's kanji. So this, for now, you just remember that this is mother, this is country. So mother country means motherland or one's own home country. Bokoku. Then we have boko. Boko means alma mater. That is one's own school or college that one attended in the past. So that is called alma mater. And this is bokoku. So that means, again, sorry, it's not bokoku, it's boko. Bokoku was this. This is boko, which means one's own past, previously attended school or college. So that's why the mother kanji is used to represent that, because it belonged to him. Then we have yofubo. Yofubo. Yofubo means adoptive parents. So yo is adoptive and fu is father, bo is mother. So adoptive father, mother, that is adoptive parents. And finally we have kubo. Kubo means aircraft carrier. So since it is a carrier, so that's why mother, it's indicative, and that's the reason why the kanji of mother comes here. And this is, you all know, this is the kanji for sky. So sky, mother, these two characters which represents uh, kubo. Yes, it's kubo, aircraft carrier. Again, this kanji character is a radical in itself, and the stroke order. So the first stroke is a long one. So like this, you bring it down, and then again you rise up, and then you go this way. So this is the first stroke. This has to be drawn in a single stroke. So like this is the first stroke. Then the second stroke will be from here all the way here, like this. So in two strokes, we are almost done with the character. Then third stroke will be this symbol. Fourth stroke will be this dot. And finally, fifth stroke will be this central horizontal line. So let's do it one more time. First is this. Second is this. Third and fourth are this. And fifth is the horizontal line. This is the way how we write the kanji for mother. So now from where did this kanji come? So as you can see, these are the two breasts of the lady which are oozing out milk. So these are the milk which are coming out from her nipples. So this is the origin from where, or this is the concept from where this symbol has come. A woman with her breasts oozing out milk after the birth of her child. So these two in this modern character, these two are the breasts, the milking breasts basically. And this is the backbone of our body. These two are the breasts and these are the nipples from which milk is coming out. So if you rotate it, then this is her backbone. These two are the breasts which are oozing out milk. And also you can visualize this. As I said, there can be different visualizations. So if you visualize it from the sense that you are seeing the top view of a lady who is sitting on the floor with her legs folded and carrying a child on her lap and probably feeding the child. So that this image can also give that impression. So this is her folded leg and she is sitting with a child and she is feeding her child from her nipples or breasts. So this is how the kanji for mother has been derived or imagined. Let's move forward. This is the third kanji of today's lesson. So this also you have come across several times when we discussed about daily or every day, every morning or every night like that. So this character has appeared again and again in our grammar lessons. So this is the character which represents every. And the kunyomi readings are goto and koto, ni, and the onyomi reading is mai. So mai, this is more frequently used in the conversational aspects of Japanese. So first let us see the kunyomi origin words. Goto means each or every. Then we have gotoni. Gotoni means one by one, each, every, or at intervals of. Then we have tsukigoto. Tsukigoto means monthly. As you know, tsuki means month, or it also means the moon, and from that moon, this it is related to the month as well. So tsukigoto means monthly. Tsuki is moon or the month. Then we have kogoto. Kogoto means every house or each household. So these are the kunyomi readings. Then for unyomi readings are more important for this kanji character as these are used as I just said. So mai is the reading for this character, which means every, usually with events, for example, every weekend, etc. Then it is also used for each. Then we have Mayasa. Mayasa means every morning. So asa is morning and Mayasa means every morning. Then we have Mai. Mai means each time or very frequently or always. So this is Mai. Then we have Mainichi. Mainichi means every day or daily. So this we have used in our grammatical examples again and again. Mainichi. Mainichi rokujin okimasu. That is, I wake up at 6 a.m. daily. Or Mainichi watashi wa 私は8時に学校へ行きます。Every day, every morning, or you can say 毎朝 as well in that case. 毎朝8時に学校へ行きます。I go to school every morning at 8 a.m. So that is 毎朝、毎日. And then we have 毎晩 as well. 毎晩 means every night. So every night I read a book. So you can say 毎晩私は shosetsu o yomimasu. Shosetsu is novel, or hon you can say. Hon o yomimasu. Yomimasu is reading, the verb for reading. So the radical is the mother radical, the mother kanji, which we just discussed before it. So this is that radical which is reused here in this kanji. Let's look at the stroke order. First stroke, second stroke, then third stroke is similar to how we drew the mother kanji. This will remain the same. And you can uh, you can interpret that the two milking nipples in the previous one has been replaced with this straight line. So now there are no such two short segments, but it's a complete vertical line like this. And finally, the sixth one remains the same as we did for the mother kanji. So this is how this kanji will be written. Now let's look at the origin. So this was our mother's kanji with a lady sitting with her milking breasts. So we can see here, this is a sprouting plant. So the character The final character is this one, which represents every, and it has come from this character, which is basically this part and the mother part. This is the original character for this symbol. Now, from where this was derived was there are semantic and phonetic components. So as we have discussed earlier also, so in most of the kanji characters, there are two parts basically. One is the semantic part, that is the part that gives the meaning, and there is a phonetic part which gives the pronunciation. So kanji character is comprised of the semantic and phonetic components. So for this particular kanji, we have these two components. The first one is of a sprouting plant, and the phonetic component is that of the mother kanji. So this is the reason why we have mother in this kanji for every. Now, why the dots have been replaced with a straight line? This is to avoid any confusion with the original mother kanji. So that is the reason. Now let's move on to the next kanji of today's lesson, which is tomo, or which represents friend. So we have done lots of examples like tomodachi, tomo, tomodachi. So this is that tomodachi, which means friend. Unyomi is tomo and onyomi is you. Tomo means friend or a companion, comrade, pal, accompaniment, companion, for example, a book or a complement or an accessory. So whatever is assisting you, is accompanying you, can be represented using this character with some addition of some more characters. Then we have tomodachi, that also means friend or companion. So tomodachi we have been using a lot, we have used a lot. So now tomodachi. So there is a misconception that if dachi is there, then it represents plural. So that is not exactly the case. For example, if we say X or ABC dachi, what does that mean? So this is ABC and this is ABC dachi. What does that mean? ABC dachi is not multiple ABC. Like if we say plural, then it would mean like many ABCs, right? So, but that is not the case. So ABC dachi is not multiple ABC, but it's actually the multiple people, one of whom is ABC. So if you can call it that way, multiple people, one of whom is ABC. That is what it means, dachi, ABC dachi. So similarly, tomodachi is not the plural of, it doesn't mean that there are several friends, but among several people, one of them is your friend or tomo. That is the meaning here. So tomo, tomodachi both means friend. It may be one friend, it may be many friends. Then we have Ria Tomo. Ria Tomo. So as you can see, Ria is written in katakana, which means it's an English word, which is nothing but real. So Ria Tomo means real life friend as opposed to online friend. So this is a new word that has come into Japanese grammar, but this is basically a foreign word, real, which is written as Ria Tomo. That means not an online friend, not a friend on the social media, but a physical friend in real life. Okay, so then we have sake no otomo. Sake no otomo is appetizer or snack served with drinks or accompaniment to an alcoholic drink. So you can see sake is written here. Sake means the Japanese liquor or Japanese alcohol. Sake no otomo, that means friend of the sake. So sake no otomo. So O is the honorific. So this is basically tomo. O is the honorific. So this means friend. This means alcohol. So friend, alcohol's friend. Alcohol's friend means alcohol's accompaniment. Like whatever goes well with the alcohol will be sake no otomo. And what goes well with drinks, it is the appetizer or the snacks that are served with the alcoholic drinks. So those are called sake no otomo. In onyomi, we have you, which means friend or affection for siblings. We have UI, which means fraternity or friendship. We have Senyu, which is comrade in arms or war buddy or fellow soldier. That is when there are soldiers in a troop or in some unit, then there is romance between them, right? They gel very well. So they are friends, but they are basically military friends. So those are called Senyu. Senyu. And then we have Meiyu, which is a sworn friend. So there is a like swearing kind of agreement between the two, which is called sworn friend. So they have promised their friendship among themselves. Radical is the right hand. So this is basically the symbol of right hand in Chinese. Mind it, it's not in Japanese, but in Chinese this represents the right hand. So this is the radical that is present in this kanji. Stroke order will be, this is the first stroke, this is the second stroke, this is the third stroke, drawn together, and this is the fourth stroke. So this is how it is written. So very easy. This one is pretty simple. Just you have to follow the correct stroke order in writing the characters so that the shape is not distorted. Now, very interesting how this kanji originated. So as you can see, two right hands meeting in friendship. So since this is for friends, so there are two right hands which are trying to meet or trying to shake hands. Now, the modern character. So this is the character. Do you remember, friends? We have done this character earlier also in kanji series. This is the character called migi, which is right side. This is the character for right side, right hand side, which is migi. The pronunciation is migi in Japanese. And this is, as we said, this is the right hand in Chinese. And also this character is used in Japanese to represent again. That is mata. So as we say mata imasho, so mata imasho, this is the character for mata. So these two have been combined to give the kanji for tomo, which is friend. So right side, right hand in Chinese, and again. So right side again. So this is what friendship or friend mean. So basically, all these have been imagined and derived from the original inscriptions, which represents two right hands meeting in friendship. So this is friend, tomo, tomodachi. The last character for today's lesson is that character that represents country. So kuni, koku. So we have already come across these in today's lesson itself when we discussed about the father of the nation, builder of the nation, and also in mother where we discussed about motherland. So both these contained this character which represents the nation or the country. Kunyomi reading is kuni, onyomi reading is koku. Kuni is country or state, region, national government, central government, home, that is hometown, home country, or a province in Japan. So this character may be used in combination with some other characters to represent each of these. Then we have kokujin. Kokujin means indigenous person or inhabitant of a country, that is a local or native, local lords, samurai, daimyo who did not leave his domains to meet the shogun in Kyoto during the Muromachi period. So to understand this, one has to read the history of Japan. So today is not possible to discuss all this. We can discuss this separately in our other series like extra shots or any other series where we can discuss about that. Okuni, Okuni means your native country, Okuni. So this, you are adding this honorific O in front of Kuni to show more respect to your native country. Then we have Utsushi Kuni. Utsu, Utsushi. Utsushi Kuni. That means world of mankind or this world. Among the onyomi readings, we have Kokueki. This is Kokueki, which means national interest. We have Koku-ei, which means government or management. Then we have Saikei Koku. Saikei Koku, which means the most favored nation. Saikei Koku. And we have Ikoku, which means a foreign country. So this is how we have used this kanji character for country to form different words. So these are some of the many words that are possible. This is a very, very widely used character because we need this in many such applications where we need to use this character. So here you can see in this example, kokujin. So this is the kanji radical for person, kanji person. So country plus hito. So this is the jin or hito, which represents an indigenous person, that is a local or native of a country. So very, very interesting and very, very easily understandable. So the radical here is the outer portion, which represents an enclosure or mouth. So this is the kanji radical, which is used to build this character for country. Let's look at the stroke order. So I'm sorry, this is drawn beforehand, but this is not the first step. So the first step is this vertical. The second step is this whole thing until here. Then we have the third here. We have the fourth here, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, and the eighth. So sorry for this mess up. So let me go through that one by one again. So this is the first stroke. This is the second stroke, if you follow me. This is the third stroke. This is the fourth stroke. This is the fifth stroke. This is the sixth stroke. This is the seventh stroke. And this is the heat stroke. In this way, we draw this character for country. And now how the country character has been evolved. So as you can see here, we did all these kanji characters before. This is the kanji for king. This is the kanji for jewels or precious stones. So this we have already done. Now this is the enclosure or the mouth, which is the radical as we just mentioned. And if we combine this radical with this jewels kanji, these two, we get this, which represents the country. So now how do we interpret this? How do we interpret that why jewels plus enclosure represents a country? So the interpretation will be a country is an enclosure or an area of land containing precious jewels. That is, it is an enclosed area which is precious for its people. And also you can imagine, like if you consider this as related to the king, then an enclosure which is ruled by a king or a ruler. So that is also a country. So this is how we can interpret this character.